Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again. As always, I do apologise for the boxes over my shoulder here, but me and the missus and the kids are in the process of moving house. We have been looking about getting out of this house for quite a while now. The neighbours piss us off. They are noisy. There's too many kids knocking around. The whole street has just been turned into an absolute free-for-all since a certain someone moved onto our street and just turned it upside down. Now, barring some catastrophic event, we should be in our new home just after Christmas, early July time, something we have been really looking forward to. So you may see bits and bobs over my shoulder during that time. Wardrobes, chest of drawers, that kind of a thing, the sort of thing you have to buy when you're moving home. Now, far be it from me, guys, to sound like a broken record when I upload a video to my YouTube channel, but there's just so much material that it's impossible not to make a video and talk to you guys about it. That subject matter being, of course, is the boat people, with the ever-growing list of depravity and barbarism. It just keeps getting bigger every single day I look at certain websites. So what's been going on now, I hear you ask? Well, an Eritrean man who has been living in a refugee camp in Germany has somehow, miraculously, managed to get his 12-year-old daughter pregnant. I mean, God, you think you've heard it all before when you read these stories, and then one comes along like this that just blows the other ones out of the water. I mean, how much lower can these people possibly go? Time will only tell, I'm sure. Now, this is in the Daily Mail. That's what I do for my YouTube channel, guys. I troll newspaper websites and news article websites, simply so you don't have to, simply so you don't have to depress yourselves and read the rancid shit that some people get onto in this world. It reads here, an Eritrean man, Eritrea is a part of Africa. I embarrassingly had to Google that myself. You won't think I got an A in geography GCSE, would you? An Eritrean man is on trial in Germany after allegedly impregnating his 12-year-old daughter while they lived together at a refugee shelter last year. Oh, good God. The disturbing discovery was made in July 2023 after the young girl was taken to hospital with abdominal pains where she was found to be 5 months pregnant. DNA samples were taken from over 50 male residents of the migrant accommodation centre to try and find the culprit, but it was when the child's father refused that suspicions were raised. Yes, I bet he refused. Dirty bastard. According to local media, the pregnancy was terminated at the family's request. I'm not surprised. Can you imagine what this poor baby would have come out like? It probably would have been growing arms out of its armpits and have eyeballs under the kneecaps. That kind of a thing. Think Sloth out of Goonies. Appearing at Gießen's, I think that's how you pronounce it, regional court in Germany on Wednesday, the 40-year-old man known as A. Tesflammen expressed his regret and said he was sorry from the bottom of his heart. There's no apologising your way out of this, pal. This is the lowest of the low of perversion. You are a sick and twisted individual that needs to be chemically castrated. But Tesflammen claimed that he had no recollection of the alleged rape, explained that he spent the day drinking beer with a friend and was blackout drunk. I drank too much, he told the court. From that point on, I was no longer in my right mind. It is indeed true that if someone drinks beyond their means, they do not know what they are doing. Now, let me tell you this, guys, right, before we go on any further. I'm 40 years old now, right? I've lived quite a outgoing life when it comes to going out and getting pissed. I have been in some states in my time. On my 18th birthday, I remember going into a pub, and that's about it. That's where my memory it just ends. I've been out and about on the piss, and I've been woken up at about 4 o'clock in the morning, asleep outside Woolworths by a copper. I have never been so drunk as to think about raping one of my children. That is just a cheap get-out clause. He knew what he was doing. It's a different world where these people come from, the Middle East, Africa, the culture, everything about it is just so different to Western worlds, which is why they are so incompatible in Western countries, countries like ours and the rest of Europe, countries like America, where they go around eating cats in the middle of the street, barbecuing animals and pets. They are worlds apart. They may as well be living on Mars in comparison to how civilized we are in the Western world. The judge, however, noted that the defendant had never mentioned being drunk during the investigation. The girl has reportedly never spoken about what happened to her, but according to the news outlet Bild, a psychologist who treated her told the court that if she was asked if she knew about the baby, how the baby was made, to which she responded, no. Now, not just this story that baffles me, guys. There's something else that really does baffle me. And it's the refugees welcome mob. These people who take to the streets with placards saying refugees welcome with open arms. They are willing to let people like this into our country, no questions asked. It doesn't matter what crimes they committed and what crimes they are capable of committing. They want to see these people in our country until something bad happens to them, of course. As long as it's not in their back gardens, they will continue to protest and gladly welcome these sadistic perverts into our street. I'd love to know, right, who fund these refugees welcome mob. I really would. A lot of people have been trying to dig that information out for a long, long time, unsuccessfully. Who funds Care for Calais, the people who facilitate these boats coming over from France? All good questions that never seem to be able to be answered. Very worth asking, don't you think? So yeah, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to bring this to you and have a quick chinwag about it. This is the depravity and the perversions that we are dealing with when dealing with these people. They shouldn't be anywhere near our shores. They shouldn't be near anyone's shores, for that matter. They should stay exactly where they are and turn their own shithole of a country into some sort of last days of Sodom and Gomorrah. Right, that's me lot, guys. Please do let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.